Yeah, I mean, a great analogy I've seen many, many times is about the race, right? I like to use the
Yeah.
ladder analogy, but you often see with the race, right? Where there one person is running the race, clear path. The next one got to jump over stuff, climb under stuff,
Oh,
dodge stuff, right?
I thought you was
You
going to do
know,
the teacher one, where the teacher said
huh?
there was an
Oh, he's talking
analogy.
about climbing a tree and it's all different animals.
No, no, it was the one where the teacher was trying to teach everybody about race relations, and the teacher took them out in the field and says, "Okay, who are the fastest runners in the class?" Well, I think he said, "Who's the fastest black runner in the class?" And a little black boy raised it. "Who's the fastest white runner in the class?" Now the white kid, that everybody know, the white kid got heat, like he is the best. Said, "Okay, we're gonna have a 100-yard dash." Okay, and the white kid is nervous, like, "Dude, I'm the fastest one in his school. He's not gonna beat me." He's like, "Just hear me out." He said, "On your mark, get set." Wait a minute. He turns to the white kid and go, "But I need you to start 50 yards back." What? Yeah, I need you to start 50 yards back, and then I'm gonna say ready, set, go. But we're only running 100 yards. Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna need you to start 50 yards back. Well, that's not fair. That's race relations. See,
Yeah,
it
my
wasn't.
favorite one.
Well, let me say. See, my deal is you can look at everything that we have it now and realize that we're getting across the finish line, which we're not. But still, if you want to look at the analogy that the black community, the Latino community, the minorities, the LGBTQ community is at the promised land, best believe it's not the real promised land because we started 200 years back. So we're at a land.
Well,
We're
well, one thing that's really important is from the American experience. We just, like you were saying, we didn't start from the same place. See, the white community, however you fall into the white community, right? So because a lot of the people that we associate with whiteness, they're not like from back in slavery days. Like their family came in way after that. But they inherited the privileges,
right.
right? But here's a huge difference for those who are not familiar with. See, black people, when we were brought to this continent, we were brought as slaves, as chattel, as just property. That they killed more of us on the way here than they got
Got it.
here.
Right.
Okay, so only the strongest of our bloodlines made it. Okay, but we got here, and the first thing we've had to do is fight for our humanity.
Hold on, Piers. That's Quentin. That's the brother who coined the phrase "Marlin" when he talked. When I be on Dash's show, he's trying to do the whole. What was that movie? Boomerang, where the Eartha Kid
Marcus, darling.
Marcus Darling. So every time I go on Dash's show, he just say Marlin. It spells it all out. So hey, Quentin. But Quentin can't pick on me
What's
too
good,
much
man?
because Quentin has like a Peloton Junior, like it's a Peloton, but it's not really a Peloton, and he got it for free. So I pick on him about that. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to cut you short
No, no,
because we.
no, you're good. But what I was going to hit on is just that there's a difference between fighting for your privileges and fighting for your humanity. White people from you've never had to fight for your humanity. Never. In America, you've never. You've always fought for your rights.
Yep.
We had to first fight for our our humanity before we even could get to talking about some damn rights.
Rights.
Okay, we're the only ones that I'm aware of. I don't think the Native American, the Indigenous Americans are in this category, but it might be just how tricky how America is. But to my knowledge, we're the only ones who had to be written into the Constitution to gain our humanity. Right? Then what's goofy as hell,
we written into the Constitution as property?
No. Well, yes, in a way. The 3/5 compromise is what you're touching on. Yeah. But that was similar to what we still do today. Not that because you're gonna get me, bro. You're gonna have me out here. But it's similar to what we do today with our prison population. It's the same system. But that was just so they'd have head rights. But yeah, even then, right, we were still property. Then you look at when we did get the Emancipation Amendments, so like in 13, 14, 15. Then you get those. They had to be written to make it so that we could be considered citizens. And then there's even goofier, well, not goofier, but it's goofy. We're the only ones that they got to re-vote whether or not we can keep voting, right? Yeah, so that lets you know we're kind of like on a guest worker visa in a way. They can unwrite your ass right out the Constitution the same way they wrote you in. Because to be white in America, you never had to do that. The moment your family got here, on whether they flew in, sailed in, swam in, whatever in, their humanity was there. They just had to fight for their rights. So once again, we're not the same. What I would like to say, though, is, or once again, brothers and sisters, it's really important for us to learn our history so that we know the tricks of the trade as they start to come up, and that we stay engaged, right? We stay engaged, and we understand that politics is extremely important, extremely important. All you black folk out there talking about, don't vote because it don't matter. It does matter. And I'm not here to ridicule you or any of that stuff. I'm telling you, it does matter. But I'm also here to say that I agree with you in the fact that it's really, really fucked up, okay? And that it's not a representative government. Right. We do not vote for representatives. We vote for elected officials. There's a distinction in the term. Right. So I get it, folks. I see why you don't want to vote, but I'm telling you that though even as corrupt as this system is, if you overwhelm the system, you still get things. And then white America is split almost 50-50 all the time. Like they're always split. So they need wedge groups to swing the vote. So that's us. That's the Asian community. You don't get me started on them because y'all mad at the Supreme Court. You really should be mad at the damn Asian community because they're the ones for the last 50 years have been pushing to break the 14th Amendment. So you're mad at the wrong folks, people.
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
but just, I don't know, man. I kind of got off on a tangent there. But as far as like, not being in the same place at the same time, we have our favorite analogies. I gave you the room, you gave me the one with the race. I like the one with the ladder. There's also Monopoly is always classic, right? So,
all right. Last thing before the hour is up. I saw for the first time the other day the 90s Denzel Washington Malcolm X film. It would be interesting to hear how you all think that the movie holds up today. I wanted to put this, Parker. The movie was, I'd rather you read the book than watch the movie. That's all I'm going to say about Malcolm X. But what I would...
If you don't watch the movie, if you don't read the book, watch the movie, though.
Oh, yeah. You got to do one of the two. I just said I personally would like to read the book. My ask for you though is, because I talked about it was a while back, is what I said this. Go watch the Chris Rock movie Heads of State. Go watch that movie. It was in 2003. Parker,
what you mean the Barack Obama story?
No, absolutely not. But what I tell
you, for real.
It was not though.
That was the Barack Obama. It was before Barack even became president.
In that movie, a part of me was telling Chris, "Hey, shut the hell up! Damn, just doing some stupid." Man, I promise you, I rewatched that movie earlier. Because I watched the movie then, I was like, "That's not good." Nah, I don't know. Now I'm a grown man, and I rewatched the movie recently and went, Man, shut the hell up. Damn, that's what. My God.
Man, I love that silly ass movie. I love that movie, man.
Oh, it was a good movie,
that
but
movie is
my
fun.
point was go watch that movie because my point to the group when I watched the movie and I went, it is so effed up that not shit has changed since 2003 when the movie came out. Like, I kept looking at that movie and I was like, we're in the same shit since 2003. It's the same
because
stuff.
it's not the same though. That's it. That's what the young brother was trying to get at. See, it's all about the perspective you're coming at it with. It's not all the same.
Well, I'm coming
In a
with
manner of
truth.
speaking, kind of worse. Because the way they treat it.
Hold that thought because Mickey Theus in the Bill of Rights, it was written that the indigenous, we're merciless Indian savages. They wasn't even given citizenship until 1924. Merciless.
See, I thought they were with us with having to wait for some that dumbass shit. You know,
God,
so it's like
dang.
so thank you, Mickey. So understand the forces that are up against you. This is come on, right? And Mickey, correct me if I'm wrong here. I think I'm right here. Okay, so I don't remember exactly the year. Okay, so this was back during the time they were doing forced sterilization on black people and on indigenous people and on anyone that they thought was gay or mentally ill, which they thought was the same thing, right? They were stealing indigenous people's children and selling them to white families and re-educating them, right? Basically destroying the Native American people from within. I say that only to fast forward to what did they do when they were stealing these children from Latinos coming across the border? Because this was their country first. So guess what? Those are indigenous people too. So they were stealing their children and adopting them out. So the game is not changing, folks. This is because the players on the field change. It's still the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Trace, it's still the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same teams.
It's still
right.
Sucks.
So you got to stay on the field and you got to fight.
All right, let's shut down the first hour, everybody. If everybody who is new here, and apparently we are new here, that is our first hour where I'm trying to bring Friday Night Guys back to the more serious, because I want the serious point of view of men. This all came from me watching and listening to our sister when she had the Progressive Queens, when it was just their thoughts from a woman's point of view. So I wanted to get our thoughts on a male point of view, but I found that when I look back at the show, there was too much laughter. I don't know a better way of saying it when I know there are serious subjects that we could be talking about. But so that was that serious subject. Like I said, tomorrow we really will be getting into what the Supreme Court rulings have been. There were